This lesson name is Where Are You Come From? This lesson 1 to 2. Where are you come from? The aim of this lesson 1 to 2 is first is to practice some common greeting and initial small talks. The second to practice asking where a person come from. And the second to getting to know the Indonesian name of the number of the country. The third, the fourth, to understand between the real verb and the helper verb. First, we introduce the content. In this content, we have the vocabulary, and then introducing yourself. So through the dialogue, okay, introduce yourself through the dialogue. First, I will give the sample of dialogue, and then after that, the student will dialogue by themselves. Okay, they will student and with the student, or I will also sometimes will be involved there. It's depend on the situation of the student. And the third is where are you come from? And so before I'm introducing we got the student understand this one, so I need to introduce regarding the Indonesian name of the number of the country, and then we to practice asking where the person come from. Okay, and so after we introduce this one number, then the Indonesian name the number of the country, and then the student will converse where the person come from through the dialogue. Okay, through the dialogue, the sample of dialogue, and then the similar also. Student will conversation each of them between of them, and some of and the first I will dialogue with the student. After that, I will let the student dialogue with the student. And then the second is the some more vocabulary. So this some more vocabulary, its mean is where the vocabulary here I not recover yet, and then I will recover here. Okay. And the third is to understand the real verb and helper verb. Real verb, helper verb, and then we have to practice here. So let's introduce the vocabulary. Anda or kamu, you or yes. Dari mana? From where? In English. Oh, begitu. Oh, I see in English. Saya kira, I think. Okay. And then we will have rumah, house in English. Someone house. Gedung, a building. Toko, shop. Masjid, masjid. Gereja, church. Pasar, pasar. Okay, here pabrik. Okay, pabrik. I forgot to write in here. I will cover later again. His name is pabrik is factory. Okay, pabrik is factory. So I forgot to write here. Restaurant, restaurant. The same restaurant. The written in Indonesia is a little bit different, slightly different, but the sound is as the same in English. Kantor, office. Okay. So now I will introducing yourself. Okay, introducing yourself. So here we will to practice a common greeting and initial small talk. So through this dialogue, and then the student will learn how to introducing themselves. Okay. First, here dialogue one. Okay. There is two person here. One is Hana, one is Susanto. One is Hana, one is Susanto. Okay. This is Susanto. 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 Okay. To remember this. Susanto. Okay. Hannah and Susanto is Anna said, "Kenalkan, saya Anna. Siapa nama Anda?" So in English, may I introduce myself? I'm Anna. What is your name? And then Susanto answered, I'm Susanto. Saya Susanto. I'm Susanto. And then Anna answered, silahkan masuk, Susanto. Silahkan duduk. And then Hannah said, please come in, Susanto. Please sit down. And then Susanto answered the question, terima kasih. Susanto said, thank you. And Anna said, silahkan minum, silahkan makan. So Anna said, please help yourself to drink. Please please have something to eat. And then Susanto said, thank you. Terima kasih in Indonesia. Okay, so this dialogue, and then after that, the student will introduce themselves. Okay, and then introduce here, student will conversation and introduce themselves. And then now is where are you come from? So now we want to understand and let the student understand where the person come from. So before that, and then we will introduce the student Indonesian name of number of the country, such as because here we have a some slightly different Indonesian writing and with the English writing, but some of the sound is very similar. So the student who has learned English and they are very easy to catch is the if they see the word and then easy for them, but the sound they need to slightly different, so they need to learn it. Like such as America Serikat, so United States in English. Japan, so the sound is Japan here. In English, Japan. So in Indonesia, they written here Russia is only one S here. So in English, Russia. Arab Saudi, in English, Saudi Arabia. So this is the exchange here, okay. And then German, in English, Germany. So I wrote a little bit uh, here is wrong. So Germany, okay. And then Selandia Baru. So to easy for student to understand Baru. Baru here name is new. So Selandia Baru, New Zealand. China is very similar to English, so easy for the student to understand. China, uh, Mesir, Egypt. This one slightly different, and so student has to remember it. Singapore, this also very similar, only the sound is different. Singapore, Singapore in English. Filipina, this also can be, the sound is very similar, so easy for the student to remember. Philippine, Thailand, similar. Thailand, Yunani, this one different, so student will learn with different sound, different this one to remember. English, English, actually this is United Kingdom, okay. United Kingdom. Let's see United Kingdom in the practice. Here, United Kingdom, okay. United Kingdom, England or United Kingdom. So here the student can can see here some slightly different. Okay, English supposed to be right here, United Kingdom. Okay, English, United Kingdom. And then Belanda. Belanda is Netherlands. Australia is similar here, Australia. So easy for student. Italia, Italy. Different is Lee. Italia, but similar. So easy for the student to remember. This one more difficult to student to remember. Okay. Okay, let's now French. This also similar sound. France. Indonesia. Indonesia. Okay. So now we introduce the student. The student will practice now where the person come from. Okay, to practice asking where the person come from. So first we need to remember here. Notice two slightly different, equal, correct, and common way of asking where someone come from. Okay, slightly different where the person come from, slightly different. Huh. And then the second notice is also how you can express surprise, incredulity, incredulity. This here sometime when the person is go abroad, go to new country, new place. Sometimes it's like Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand. They are very similar people. So they we will sometime when they go there and then they do know where the person come from, whether they from Singapore or from Malaysia. This is, will be surprise and similar also to to West country like America, German, they are very similar. So surprising this. So to make a interesting conversation here, so need to surprising. Okay. Before that, I will introduce first the like is. For example, in Indonesia, ibu, ibu actually come from ibu. So in English is Mrs. So is this is unmarried woman. And then we notice also Mari. Mari is something in Indonesia is very common, or Sikuan in Chinese. So Mari is please in English. Please, 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 please the is. Okay. The meaning is please. Okay, let's see from here, from this conversation. Said, Anda berasal dari mana? Come, where you come from? And then B said, saya berasal dari Italy. Now, I come from Italy. I come from Italy. And then the A, ah, dari Italy. Saya kira Anda dari Jerman. Really? Really? From Italy? So they surprised. I thought you come from Germany. So now they say, B saya tidak. Saya dari Itali. Anda dari mana? Nah, said, no, saya dari Wocong, Italy. I come from Italy. How about you? Where you come from? And then the answer here. Saya dari sini, Wocong Celilai. I come from here. So this when the new student, they don't understand where here is mean is sometimes the people may be talking in Taiwan. It's mean the here is meaning is come from Taiwan. If they're talking maybe in Australia, maybe they Australian people. Oh begitu, mau kemana? Okay. Oh I see. Oh, oh begitu. Oh I see. Mau kemana? Where you want to go? 你想去哪里? Where you want to go? and then ke pabrik. Bu, I want to go to factory. Um, Mrs. I want to go to factory. Oh, begitu? Mari. Oh, mari, please. Mari, Bu. Oh, I see. Please, please, please. Here is please. The meaning is please here. Okay, Mari, please, please. Okay, Mari is a please. The meaning. Selamat siang, selamat siang. Oh, is good afternoon, good afternoon. Okay. So this is the practice the student. So then I will introduce them the new some vocabulary here. Okay, from the conversation. So like under you berasal come dari mana from where saya I berasal dari origin from Italy Italy. Actually, this one I need to Italia. This one I need to write Italia. Italy. Okay. Ah, dari Italy. Oh, dari Italy. This one I need to write Italia here. Okay. Italia. I write here something wrong. Italia. Okay. In Indonesia, Italia. Kira. Think. Jerman. Germany. Really? 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 Sometimes. Oh, begitu? Really? Tidak. No. Dari sini. From here. Oh, begitu? Oh, I see. Mau kemana? Where are you going? Ke pabrik. To factory. To the factory. Bu, Mom, or Mrs. Mari, Bu. Come on, Mom, or Mrs. here. You need to use the Mrs. can be also. Okay, Mrs. Mari, Bu. Oke, selamat siang. Selamat siang, good afternoon. Kenalkan, may introduce myself. Saya Anna. I'm Anna. Siapa nama Anda? What is your name? Saya Susanto. I'm Susanto. Silahkan. Please. Silahkan masuk. Please come. Silahkan duduk. Please sit down. Terima kasih. Thank you. Silahkan minum. Please help. Please help yourself to drink. Silahkan makan. Please have something to eat. Okay, this one I need to correct. Look here. Number 10. So then we have a practice. Okay, practice match this one to the right. Okay, left to the right. Translate to their translation in the right. So student will match this one in English word. English. First one is English. Can see the United States. Okay. Belanda. You can find here Holland. Okay. So the student will answer this one. Practice two. Practice two, and then you takes the role of a second speaker. Okay. So here I will introduce to student is this is I already put here. So this is conversation, sample of conversation here to know more the country, different country, and then with surprise. Okay. So here some sample of the student they can learn about the conversation, different country. Okay. And different way of expression and from different country to different country or so the Exercise 3. Exercise 3 complete. Student need to be complete this one when they introduce themselves. Okay. Like for example, I put my name here. Okay. So the student will be complete this one to introduce by introducing by themselves. And then the practice four. So reorder the Indonesian word. So here I use the English here. So from this English, they will see the Indonesian. They reorder this word, this Indonesian word, and to match the English one, the English sentence. So if the student don't understand the English, I will translate to Chinese. Okay, translate to Chinese, and then here the purpose is to let the student practice the grammar, student Indonesian grammar, and then here, okay, they will practice, and then the last one I introduce to real verb and helper verb. The real verb and helper verb. So like English and Indonesian has a number of helper verb, okay, and also another is real verb. So for example, is the helper verb, okay, in Indonesia like akan, in English will, in Indonesia suka, in English like, in Indonesia mau, in English want, in Indonesia bisa, di Indonesia bisa, in English akan. So like another is equal to bisa. Bisa is equal to dapat. Is the similar in English can. So bisa and dapat is they have the same meaning in English is can. Okay, is can. Okay, and then after that, and then we to let the student to understand the real verb and a helper verb and real verb, and I will use the conversation. This is complicated for student to understand, and then I will show the student the practice using the sentence. Okay, for example, now the first one, the first one. Sentence the first one, saya akan tinggal di rumah. So, so saya akan tinggal di rumah. Akan is helper verb. Okay, akan. Helper verb is akan. And then the real verb is tinggal. Okay. So from this sentence, the student will understand which one is real verb, one is helper verb. And then this the second one is we change the name is akan, Sri makan. And then saya akan makan di rumah. So from this sentence, the student will understand which word is changed, helper verb or real verb. And then we see here makan is the real verb. So its mean is the change in this sentence is real verb. And then we go down now is the third verb, the third sentence. Saya akan makan di restoran. So restoran, canting, restoran. So the change here is the real verb and the real the helper verb and the real verb is remind. They are remind here. Then no any change here. The change is the place, restaurant. Okay, place. Place. Okay, from here. So here the student will understand there is no change. They have no change here. This one they have no change. Only the change is place. Place is a restaurant. Restaurant is place. This one. Okay, the real helper verb and real verb does not change. So continue here different part of real verb and okay, and also the place, some place that the student will learn new vocabulary from this one. Okay, like this. And then we continue here practice, and then we practice here again. Okay, answer the question here. So you need to match from left to right side. So map this already have. I will change, I will delete this, I will change this one. And then the practice 5. Okay, practice 5 is reorder the Indonesian word. So the student will see here is the English one. Okay, match the English meaning. Okay, reorder the Indonesian word and match the English sentence. So when the student here they can learn regarding the grammar of the Indonesian word, the Indonesian sentence. Okay, they will learn the grammar. So if the student don't understand English, I will translate to Chinese. Okay, so here the student can reorder the Indonesian word according to the English sentence. Okay, so today we just reach in this one, the lesson 1 to lesson